But the strategic move here to diversify and generate that near-term cash flow will benefit the company as well as our shareholders.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Helium One Global CEO, Lorna Blaisse. Lorna, very good to speak with you again. So could you tell us what you're buying or farming into and why you're doing it?
Good morning, Stephen. Yes, absolutely. So the company, we've been reviewing a number of opportunities globally for a while now. And when the Blue Star opportunity came up, it looked very attractive to us, and we knew that we had to move quickly in order to secure it. Although the timing is not necessarily ideal on top of our current operations in Tanzania with the extended well test, I think we're all aware that the good deals don't hang around for long, and we certainly weren't prepared to lose it. I mean, having a diverse portfolio is very important in order to spread our risk, and in this case, it is very attractive to us as it will deliver some near-term cash flow. We have a great asset in Tanzania, and this will continue to be our primary focus. But the strategic move here to diversify and generate that near-term cash flow will benefit the company as well as our shareholders. It's a proven helium play in Colorado. It's already in the development phase, and we very much believe that this well positions us as a major helium player with two different successful geological plays across two continents.
This seems a bit of a move away from your focus, gaining a foothold in the US, Lorna.
Well, helium is and remains our focus, so certainly not a move away from our strategy at all, but something more that will expand and grow the company for the future. The US is already a established major helium producer, and this Galactica-Pegasus project is already in the development phase, close to existing infrastructure and all important downstream helium users. And as we're all aware, the helium space is very much gaining momentum. There's been a number of recent IPOs, and this is an opportunity for us to gain a foothold now, and well positions us in the future moving forward.
How does this project compare or contrast to what you have in Tanzania?
That's a great question. As well as the geographical diversification and the spread of risk here, there's also a very important geological diversification too. Blue Star are targeting more conventional type structures and trapping styles in Colorado, which are then overlain by robust, extensive salt seals, and they have proven free gas. It's also, as I mentioned, already in development stage, with a number of discovery wells already drilled. It has up to 15 development wells planned, the first of which will be commencing later this year. And we're very confident that we'll be cash generative from next year onwards. So it's a very exciting phase, and we're confident we'll be generating a lot of news flow over the coming months. I think it's worth noting as well that although we're obviously very encouraged by our results this morning from the faulty Karoo extended well test at Itumbula. However, we must be mindful that the first gas from this project is likely to be approximately 12 months from the approval of a mining license. So early cash flow from Galactica-Pegasus project is very, very positive, and will put the company in a very strong position.
You've done another cash box fundraise to complete this deal. How come?
Yes, we have, and we're very aware of our use of cash box that has been understandably heavily criticised, and we accept that and recognise the dilution effect that this has had. From the outset, we had every intention of raising money for the acquisition through a normal placing. However, unfortunately, we then had to act very, very quickly, or we would have lost the opportunity. It's not a huge dilution. However, we remain confident, and that the benefits of this acquisition, particularly the near-term cash flow stream and the attributable reserves, will certainly outweigh the dilution effect in the longer term.
So when would you expect this all to complete, Lorna?
So we currently have signed a binding heads of term agreement that's in place, and the main condition precedent will be the necessary regulatory approvals, which are expected in late September to mid-October. So hopefully quite soon.
You mentioned that Tanzania project. Now you've completed the first extended well test across the fault at Karoo. What do these results tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. We've now completed the first phase of the extended well test. So we're partway through. So we finished testing the all-important faulted Karoo section, Itumbula West 1, and we've just moved on to testing the fractured basement. Now, the Karoo results are very, very, very encouraging. Especially as we've been able to flow higher concentrations of helium, 7.6, higher than what we'd previously flowed during the drill stem test earlier this year, which I think justifies why that longer flow period with an extended well test is required. Also important to note that the well has successfully been flowing by itself with no stimulation, which is very, very good news. And our subsurface teams are still very much evaluating all of the data that is coming out of the well. There is a lot of technical work to do, and we'll be looking to integrate the results of the fractured basement well test upon completion, so that we can have a greater sort of broader understanding of what the maximum flow rates will be, reservoir performance, and all important gas water ratios. And it's these data sets really that are crucial in being able to determine the commerciality of the project. So although we're only halfway through, we're very much looking forward to making further announcements in due course. But certainly these initial results are very encouraging.
And when do you expect to finish the basement EWT and be able to announce those results?
Yeah, so we've only just started the basement test. So we are on track, but we anticipate testing this interval for at least the rest of this week. And as I mentioned, we'll then be assimilating the results over those two zones. I think it's probably worth emphasizing here as well the uniqueness of this helium play that we have at Itumbula in southern Rukwa. The helium is in solution, and it's very much in a pure helium nitrogen mix. We believe it to be migrating along those sort of all important deep-seated faults and fractures sourced from deep within the basement. We're not aware of any other helium projects quite like this globally. We're working extensively across a number of disciplines in order to establish what the full potential is here, and very much look forward to integrating the basement results into what we've already seen in the Karoo.
Are you on track with your planned feasibility study, and will you still be submitting a mining license application to the Tanzanian government?
Absolutely, that certainly is a key milestone of ours, and we'll be aiming to file the submission ahead of the deadline on the 17th of September.
Well, Lorna, I hope you'll keep us appraised on both of those projects. Congratulations on the new one. Thank you for speaking with us today.
Thanks, Stephen.
That's Helium One Global CEO, Lorna Blaisse.